Hello and welcome to another episode of Movie on Mic. Today's episode is on the topic of digital transformation of film festivals and taking them global. And this is bound to be an interesting episode as we are joined by two guests on the mic. Our first guest is a customer of Movie and he will be sharing his experience on executing his film festival using one of Movie's products. Mr. Danji Thotapalli is the festival director of Indic Film Utsav 2022, a global online film festival that was held between November 10 to 13, and this year was its third edition. This year's Indic Film Utsav saw some great participation and it featured opening and closing films in Sanskrit language and participation across categories like features, documentaries, short films, and women and children shorts. Danji, welcome to the show and congratulations once again on your successful execution of the third Indic Film Utsav 2022.
Thank you very much for having me, Sivashish.
Our next guest is Chidananada Puri, who leads Movie's tech support and account management teams and has been a key member and individual who guided and managed the successful execution of Indic Film Utsav on Movie. So, welcome Chida to today's episode of Movie on Mic.
Thank you, Sivasis. Thank you for having me, and I'm looking forward to having a conversation with Danji. I just want to say that Danji has been a wonderful person to work with, and every company would like to have a customer like Danji. So it was my pleasure working with him.
So let's get started with our show. And Danji, my first question would be to you. So can you tell the audience a little something about yourself and your vision behind founding and organizing the Indic Film Utsav?
Sure. So, my name is Danji Thotapalli once again, and I live in Los Angeles. I am, to put it mildly, a movie buff. I watch films every day. So I love films. I've also, interestingly and coincidentally, worked in the Hollywood film industry for about 12 years. I worked at NBC Universal, Sony Pictures, and have been associated with a film festival called the Indian Film Festival of Los Angeles for about a similar period of time. IFLA is quite a well-known festival of Indian films, and it's held here in Los Angeles. So my passion for films is translating into what I do in my volunteering time. So Indic Film Utsav happens to be that platform that I was able to launch and successfully run for 3 years. And we're doing pretty well, actually, and I will share more details as the interview goes along.
Okay, so again, I have another question, Danji, about the Indic Film Utsav. So how do you see the Indic Film Utsav different from other film festivals that are happening around the globe?
So having worked at IFLA as a volunteer, which is a theatrical film festival. A theatrical film festival is a festival that's held in one city in a theater. So people have to drive over to the theater, buy a ticket, and then sit in the theater and watch them, right? So it's limited to that city. And it's also limited to people who are willing to drive. In a place like Los Angeles, for example, the traffic is so bad, a lot of people don't even want to drive, right? So the limiting factor of a theatrical festival is that it has limited audience, right? But at the same time, there are some positives, right? When you have an in-person festival like that, it really helps build a certain volume of loyalty for the festival in that city, nevertheless. But at the same time, it does allow you to build this level of loyalty. So there are some good things about having theatrical film festivals. At the same time, the world has changed, with OTT streaming becoming a very, very powerful alternative to the theatrical experience. Film festivals have started looking at it. I think the pandemic pushed everyone towards it. So we were among the first few that got onto the bandwagon of an OTT streaming model. So Indic Film Utsav, when we built the business case, when we presented it to the investors, our business case was that Indic-themed films have audiences that are spread all over the world. North America, United Kingdom, Europe, Far East, Middle East, Africa, all over the place, right? So in order to cater to that audience that is so spread out, not just geographically, but across time zones, the only alternative that we found was to do a streaming OTT type of film festival. I mean, I'm sure you have other questions, but I have more information that I can share around why we chose to do that.
Okay, and I agree with you. Like, OTT gives the people around the globe an opportunity to watch a particular thing, which if it happens at a particular location, a lot of people might not be able to watch. So that is one of the most important benefits of organizing an online film festival. Which brings me to my next question. Like, if you can share some thoughts on the various challenges that are faced by film festival organizers on executing an online film festival, and why did you decide to look for a streaming platform?
So we did have some challenges, and we continue to have them. And the first key challenge we have is to convince filmmakers to give us their film. Now, filmmakers are used to the theatrical film festival, so they would like to give their films to a theatrical festival and potentially be able to visit the theatrical location where the festival is being held, be part of the nice get-togethers and Q&A sessions and galas and dinners, and step and repeat the kind of publicity. The media is there, and you take nice pictures, you can post them around. So all that is a very, very compelling reason why filmmakers like to go to a theatrical film festival. So to convince them was difficult. Now, the second big reason why they didn't want to give their films, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, the fact that we have had almost 200 films in 3 years from various filmmakers and very compelling films. Some of these filmmakers were very well known. Is a proof that not all filmmakers think like that, but the challenge has been that filmmakers are worried about piracy, right? The moment you say online, they are worried somebody's going to right-click, download their film, and that's it, right? So that's where the challenge for us was to select the right platform. So we looked at YouTube, because YouTube, the power of YouTube is it's so optimized for all kinds of devices all over the world, even small little towns with very spotty internet connections. YouTube works pretty reasonably well. But then the trade-off was that YouTube doesn't provide any protection, right? You can download stuff from YouTube left, right, and center. So we wanted a platform that is reliable. So when we did the research, we found Muvi. And we felt Muvi was the best solution that met our requirements. The fact is that it is DRM enabled. It protects content from getting downloaded or screen scraped, or even screen sharing is not. It's a very the company Muvi has invested millions of dollars in setting up this platform, and many years of effort has gone into building this technology. So we felt very comfortable with Muvi, and that became a very substantial reason for us, for our confidence, to go out there and pitch the festival to filmmakers.
Okay, so you have also answered my next question, which was about why did you choose Movie as the platform technology partner for your film festival. But again, I'll ask you to add any more points if you have. Like, can you speak about your journey with Movie and what helped you choose Movie as a platform technology partner for your film festival?
There are other companies that offer private labeled, OTT platforms, right? But I think our comfort working with Movie is the fact that Movie is owned by a group of Indians, which is a huge thing because culturally, it's very easy to interact. And that's one. The second is, I think the consulting services that Movie offers is a very, very important thing for us because we are a very lean organization. We don't have lots of people, right? So in a lean organization, to be able to get implementation support from the platform like Movie, for example, Chidananada Puri, they were great, like fantastic relationship, and the way they responded to all my questions was really good. So that, I think the fact that Movie offers the platform, the OTT platform, the ad server, and the consulting services, the combination is really a powerful combination that made us look at Movie as our partner.
Movie indeed values its customers and the relations. So, which brings me to the next question that I would like to ask Chida about Movie. So, can you talk about the solution Movie provided to Danji, or how did Movie help the Indic Film Utsav this year? This is their third year executing the film festival, and as well as this is also the third year with Movies. So, can you share some insights on that?
Definitely, Shivashish, I would love to talk on that. So, first of all, I would like to thank Danji for his continued faith in us for the third consecutive year. And at the same time, I'm equally proud of the capabilities of Movies, products, and services. The product that we used for this festival is our flagship product called Muvi One, along with the movie ads integrated to it. We have many film festival customers at present, as well as we had in the past with us. But like rightly pointed out by Danji, what's special with Danji and Indica Pictures in this case was the added support service that we provided to them. We cater to all the required features that a typical OTT platform and specifically an online film festival should have. Plus, we have some of the unique features like DRM, called Digital Rights Management, watermarking, polling features, geo restriction, ad integration, etc. But for Danji, we did the entire website setup on his behalf. We believe in the principle that our customers should focus on their core business, like content creation or acquisition, syndication, etc. And we will take care of the rest. We did exactly that for Danji. He shared the contents and all other required metadata with us. And we did rest of the things by providing him with a dedicated account manager along with the support team. The preparation started just a couple of weeks before the start of the film festival. We used to meet twice or thrice in a week to check the progress. And thankfully, we were able to provide the entire platform fully set up well within the timeline that Danji has provided to us, and without any technical difficulties to start with. And when we delivered the website, and it was in a fully working model, which he could show to his investors as well, and it was well praised by them. And also the numbers that we got from the analytics data also proves that how successful it was. Not to mention the support team's 24/7 availability is very crucial for the online version of a film festival.
Definitely, I agree with that. The technical support, especially when you're organizing something online where you have viewers that can, the numbers can increase anytime. So you need a lot of technical support to ensure that the streaming goes in a very smooth way. So another thing that you mentioned, Chida, were some insights. So my next question is, can you share some achievements, results, and impact that movie helped create during the Indic Film Utsav?
I'm happy to inform you that the film festival was witnessed for around 1500 watch hours with more than 8,200 unique views, with 2,500 people answering the poll questions in the 3 days of this festival. Please note, there were many short films and documentaries. From the technical side, we enabled DRM, that is Digital Rights Management and Watermarking, for all the contents to prevent piracy. We successfully integrated the ads to these videos. We had this option of putting it in a pre-roll, mid-roll or post-roll, but we decided to put it in a pre-roll. And we implemented many small change requests on top of the standard template that we provide to enhance the look and feel of the website as per our clients, that is Danji's request. So that's the power of having a template and the flexibility of changing the template as per your requirement. On top of that, with the added security features to the platform.
So looks like this year movie was able to meet quite a lot of requirements the Indic Film Utsav had, and it was able to successfully execute the online fest. Which brings me to the next question, and I would like Danji to answer this question. So, how do you see the success and growth of online film festivals using streaming as a global medium? What are your future plans, and what are your future plans with the Indic Film Utsav?
Thank you for asking the question. I'll break it up into two parts. One is I'd like to give a little bit of introduction of the festival itself. So, Indic Film Utsav is focused on Indic themed films. When I say Indic themed films, we are talking about films that are about India and about India's civilizational values, right? We're also focused on positive films that have a positive message. If you notice, none of our films have any dark content, right? We have gritty films. We have very powerful stories that get on to some very challenging subjects. At the same time, all of them have a positive ending, right? So that's the key thing. So we have 4 categories when we keep adding a special category every single time. We have feature films, documentaries, short films. We have ultra short films. We have, the first year we had wildlife and conservation films as a category. This year we had women and children films as a category. Our films are, our festival is unique because we have prize money for our winning film. So our best feature film jury award gets 1 lakh rupees. The best documentary jury award gets 1 lakh rupees. The short films and the ultra short films and the special category get 50,000 rupees each. For the winning filmmakers. We also have audience choice questions, which is the poll that Chida was talking about. So the poll results, so there we have audience choice awards for best feature, best documentary, best short, best ultra short, and best special category films. So the festival is, Indic Film Utsav is part of Indica Pictures. Indica Pictures has, besides Indic Film Utsav, we also have something called Indica Culture Photography Grant. So the Culture Photography Grant is a grant that we give out 5 lakh rupees to photographers to develop portfolios. And the end result of that grant is that we are going to publish a coffee table book of those photographers' portfolios. So in fact, the first ICPG coffee table book is going to print in a few weeks, and in mid-January we're going to launch the book. Indica Pictures itself is part of Indica as the organization. Indica was founded by Harikiran Vadlamani. It is focused on Indic revival of Indic Indic subjects like yoga, Vedanta, Advaita, books, Indic entrepreneurial businesses, and a lot of other platforms that are focused on Indic values. So that's a little bit about a plug about our organization. But to the second part of your question, in terms of how do we plan to take this forward? So like I mentioned in the very beginning, the theatrical experience is an important part of a film festival. While it can be completely online, we still cannot do without some events, in-person events. So next year we are hoping we will pivot this a little bit and have an opening night event and the closing night event as in-person events, so that we can post those opening night, closing night films in the theater and invite people in a certain city to the theater as guests, and they can come, have a nice time, watch the film, and we can also have the filmmaker come in. We do a Q&A with the filmmaker. So then we have a party after that. So we want to do an entire thing. So that's the next step in terms of how the festival is going to evolve. But the DNA of Indic Film Utsav is going to be online, because that is such a powerful medium. And thanks, Chida, for sharing those statistics. So I mean, 8,500 unique views is not a joke. Over just 4 days, and a brand new festival, almost like a 3-year festival. We are not yet there comparable to the big festivals that are out there. So that would be how I would put it.
So the heart of the festival still stays online.
Yeah, absolutely, must.
And I'm sure Movie will be always there to help you with all the technology that is needed.
Yes.
Talking about technology,
we have other plans of how we can leverage Movie for our other lines, platforms that we have. So we are thinking about how to enhance our partnership with the Movie.
Okay. So and then talking about technology, my next question is to Chita, and that is, would you like to give any advice to fellow and aspiring film festival organizers and share your opinion on the future of film festivals in a streaming world?
See, Sivashish, I'm not very sure whether I would be the right person to give any advice to the film organizers or maybe the film producers. But yeah, definitely I can say something. Like Danji clearly pointed out, the power of an online film festival. You can always have an in-person event, which is essential in our life, in our part, to some extent, to increase the audience interaction. But at the same time, the power of online gives you the scaling. I mean, it's not limited. It's open for the entire world. People can watch movies of their choices. They can pause it. They can rewatch it. They can watch it from the comfort of their home. They can sit on the couch. They can sit. They can lie on the bed and watch the movies. So that's the power. That's the scaling that online event that gives you for the film festival. It's open. It opens the entire, what I can see, if I can use the word properly, the entire platform or entire ecosystem to it. So that's how the power of going online gives you. And the second thing is, streaming is a booming industry. So OTT platforms are ruling the world right now. People love to watch content which are originals, and what can be a better way to find a content online, find an original content online when it is available at the comfort of your home. And this type of online platforms actually give an opportunity to Indic filmmakers or unique filmmakers or filmmakers, those who want to produce and spread a message in a very different way or in a very unique way. So online events and online platforms gives you that power. So I'm just saying, it was present earlier, it will be present in the future. COVID just gave a boost to this industry, and I would like to invite all other film festivals owners, or maybe the producers, or whoever, maybe the stakeholders, to come to online platforms like Muvi and explore the opportunities and the possibilities lies before you.
My next question would be to Danji. So, Chida shared some very interesting statistics about the Indic Film Utsav, and I'm curious to ask you, like, how did you promote your film festival this year, and how did the audience came to know of it, and how did you convince your basically the audience to view the festival online and interact with you via polls and engagement?
Yeah. So there are audience participation is certainly a challenge in an online world, right? Because in a theatrical model, you are actually going to meet those people face to face, because people are actually coming to the theater in person, right? You can talk to them. Online, the engagement is tough, right? Some of them are interested in interacting. A lot of them don't want to interact, or not in an environment where they can interact, right? So we do conduct a lot of panels. We have filmmaker panels that are Facebook live events that we will invite filmmakers and interview them, talk to them, and these are live streamed so that people can watch them. We advertise all this upfront. We have a large social media campaign that we run to develop awareness of the festival. We also have a registration process. A registration process allows people to submit their email ID, which we add to our database, and so that we're able to distribute information to them about the festival and anything that is going on, like special events and things like that. But there are a couple of things that we are going to be focusing on. Is the monetization, right? So in a theatrical model, you have the ticket counter. So somebody has to come in, buy a ticket. So you have a box office, right? Whereas in an online streaming festival, how do you do that, right? I mean, it's a trade-off. So right now our festival, Indic Film Utsav, is open to the internet. In a sense, you can go to the website URL. You don't have to log in. You can just watch any film you want. It's right there. The moment you put in a login screen, the level of engagement drops, because people don't want to, even if it's free, they just don't want to do it. It's one additional step, and they just don't want to take the pain doing it, right? On top, if you want to add a credit card, then it becomes, your engagement level drops, right? So there are some challenges like that we have to encounter. We are figuring out how to do that, but we feel that there is opportunity there in terms of how we can get more serious participation, because one of the things that happens is, like Chidananada said, unique views. We have views. I have noticed from a database, from the data analytics, that some people have watched a film for just like 5 minutes, and then stopped watching it. Because obviously we do that all the time, right? I mean, I go to Netflix, I pick up a film. If I don't like it, I stop watching it, right?
Yes.
So that happens all the time, right? So these are some of the challenges that we still have to overcome. But I think we have some idea in terms of how to overcome these challenges.
Yeah, just to add what Danji shared, see, monetization is of course a problem. It's a challenge for the reasons that you pointed out, but a movie has all kinds of monetization options available. You can make a subscription plan for the entire platform, or for the specific contents, or you can have PPV models where you can pay for each content and watch show. And apart from that, we have voucher options, coupon options, ad credits. So all these things are available. So we are open to collaborate with Danji further if Indica Pictures decides to monetize their contents on our platform. Yeah, that's just I wanted to add it.
Indica Pictures is indeed a fascinating story. Thank you both of you for the interesting comments and answers. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. I would like to thank both of our guests for their valuable time. Your insights and perspectives added so much value to the discussion, and I'm sure our listeners enjoyed today's conversation. For our listeners, if you are looking to take your film festival online and global, or simply starting your own streaming business with video or audio, live or on demand, Muvi can handle it all. Muvi's streaming products provide businesses of all shape and sizes to launch their own OTT or video streaming service like Netflix, Spotify, ESPN Plus in just a few clicks. And the best part, Muvi takes no revenue share from your revenues. Visit www.movie.com for more information, and don't forget to sign up for our 14-day free trial and try Muvi for yourself. Thank you.